Lapino. As long as I can get him to the end alive, hopefully we get the truth out of him.
Renato felt a twinge of doubt. Should he have gone to the base? No. Logically, wherever they'd taken Lapino was probably where they took the core, right? Oh, why couldn't Lapino have just, for once, not got himself captured? Was that too much to ask?
Yeah.
He shouldn't be too hard on the rabbit. No, he meant well, and he was insanely brave. You had to admire that.
But still, a little frustrating that he got himself caught. Well. We were kind of hoping for it anyways. And the off chance that maybe it would just blow up the Emperor. Whoopsie. It turned out it was a trap for the Emperor all along.
There was an inscription on the platform. Balaleka lessons with an address.
No! Damn it! Double hit, really? Oh, that's awesome. Yeah, even the game agrees. I froze him.
Where were they holding Lapino anyway? There was no sign of him or the ravens who'd captured him. Just rocks and snow and the usual scouts. No sign of the core either. Was this a wild rabbit chase? Oh, trust Lapino to screw up even getting captured.
Jeez.
But what was this rebellion for anyway? Well, Lapino was a useless goof, but he was a friend. If friends didn't matter anymore, what was the point of winning this war? Renato had learned so much. It was time to turn it into something he could use.
Like one-shotting enemies just with 20 combo hits? I'd be up for it. Hey, we're in this icy area again. Except this time, I can access this door. Uh-oh. Okay, I thought it was gonna legitimately fall out from under us.
Chill out.
Ow, I threw him at you! Oh, that's such a rude thing. You know, back in my day, when an enemy was thrown at another enemy, that enemy would get hit and cancel out his attack. Instead, life is just ruining those options for me, and that's disappointing. Oh, for fuck's sake! Ah, the blocking and the fucking and the everything.
When Renato went to the china shop, for some reason the owner was always nervous.
Well, it's like... No, Renato never said it, but I think... No, he did say it. They should make their things more reliable, more resistant to damage. I'm improving that Chinese store owner by making him build higher quality objects. You know, a vase that won't break down just because one or two people hit it repeatedly, over and over, with swords. I think we're nearing the top. Probably one more fight, and we can save Lapino.
You're hooked.
Oh, nope, that's still locked off. Damn it. Ooh, a lever. Right, the one that reveals the path. I don't need help.
Renato thought about the intel he'd gathered from the outpost. Who would he bring it to? Who even had time to read it?
You know, that's a very good point. But the professor could be here still. And he could use the information for us.
At the end of the mountain path, Bernardo came to a clearing. There was a campfire, raven feathers, and... oh, Lapino's lucky deck of cards. Well, that wasn't good. Bernardo hoped Lapino had not tried to cheat his captors at cards. Ravens were much better than weasels at counting, and they had a very poor sense of humor.
Then, he saw what he had hoped never to see. Fresh scraps of rabbit fur. Ragged and bloody.
No,
Ravens
Lapino.
would eat anything.
By Grabthar's hammer! Bernardo screamed at the sky. I will avenge you!
The rebels had assembled their fleet. Ahead, the clouds were dark with Imperial ships. If he could reach the Emperor before the rest of the rebels did, maybe he could settle this without too much bloodshed. He set sail, and the Farfarer shot forward.
Man, damn it, Lapino, why'd you have to die? Or get beat to a bloody pulp? Either way, why'd you have to go and do that? Now I gotta go back and do all of those choices over again. You little jerk.
Poor Lapino had never been a great warrior. The mad rabbit was good for a lark and a laugh. And a pint. The thought of ravens eating him made Bernardo furious. The way they were eating up the land. The way the Emperor was eating up the people with his new, bloodthirsty ways. He would make them all pay.
Yes, with my various assortment of weapons. Avenge Lapino.
What happens if I go that way?
Ooh, hello. That means it's time to take advantage of my combo threshold. Come on, fly over here, and let's exterminate everyone. I like how time slows down as we reach for some of these things. It's like, wait, come back!
He had given up every objective to save his friend. He had given up the armature, the core, the gem, and even Zenobia. He loved Lapino, he realized. Now the rabbit was gone. A hero looks out for his friends, even when they're gone. He would send Lapino an honor guard of ravens to serve him in the halls of the Valiants. He would avenge him.
Okay, it did not look like slicing an enemy in half added any more than one on a
I
combo.
wondered what would happen if he jumped. Would he be rescued by an emergency platform?
Oh god, they buffed up everybody! Ah, I fucking pressed X in your direction! You ruined everything! Again. My health is all gone because I'm trying to be really cool about some things. Ugh. Alright. We gotta take out the Emperor. And possibly Zebiana or whatever. I always get worried about these things. It's like, what if they shoot fire? That wouldn't be good for me. Yes, no! No! My power! How dare you interrupt! I was gonna slice and dice! Oh! And they continue to ruin it. I'll do it this time. Yes! Yes! Everyone will fall to my blade! The combos may not be high, but the carnage is wonderful.
Finally, he reached the Emperor's ship. And there was Lapino.
Say what?
Surrounded by ravens. He was alive. They'd eaten some other rabbit. I'll save you! He shouted with joy and flung himself at the ravens. Aw, you shouldn't have, said Lapino when the last raven was down.
That's funny.
Renato threw his arms around his best friend. I had to come. I love you, man. You really, really shouldn't have, said Lapino. And Renato felt a rather sharp pain in his back.
What?
As he collapsed, Lapino took the dagger out of Renato's back and wiped it off
What?
Renato's sleeve. Why, you always have to be the hero. Brave Renato, epic Renato, super sexy Renato, and I'm sick of it. But I loved you. And you thought I was the idiot, said Lapino as Renato died.
Lapino betrayed me?
He should go back to some of the choices he'd faced before. Maybe there were new paths that had opened up, like those doors he was opening up all over the map that took him to new treasures and around his enemies. But he'd learned another true thing. Lapino was a traitor. Renato had suspected there was something wrong with the mad rabbit, but now he knew there was malice behind his goofiness.
But now I know all the truths. I can get the true ending of the game. Now I just have to, oh god, somehow combine everything together that won't get me stabbed by Lapino, will allow me to communicate with Zenobia, and take on the Emperor. So what if I take the stone, go after the Sky Ripper, and see what happens from there?
Fluttered to the beginning once again, faster than before, and he fell. The clouds parted over the Isles of Boreas. It was time to choose. The rebellion was in trouble. Ravens were scouting for the secret rebel base. They needed a game changer. Pieces of the Sky Ripper had surfaced. Renato knew that using it could go catastrophically wrong, but he was sure he could figure out how to use it safely. Also, a temple had risen out of empty desert. The Iblis stone was hidden there. It was a dangerous artifact. It could corrupt its user into a bloodthirsty monster. Maybe he could find a way to use it, to take its power without surrendering to its wickedness. And also, his old friend Lapino needed rescuing. Of course, Renato had a pretty strong suspicion that Lapino had betrayed the rebellion. And he had a gut feeling that he needed to use that to his advantage.
That's interesting. There's a giant key symbol on Lapino's story option, and I have a very strong feeling that's what I'm supposed to go for. Alright.
Renato finally realized that Lapino was a traitor to the cause, and maybe Renato could use that somehow.
Oh. Yeah! A secondary choice! Renato would be foolish to trust Lapino again. He should confront him, or better yet, find a way to use the traitor against his new master, the Emperor. Maybe Lapino could be a game changer after all.
Renato couldn't quite put his paw on when he'd realized Lapino was working for the Empire. He'd never exactly seen Lapino sending coded messages to the palace, but he was sure. The rabbit had been on too many disastrous missions where he was the only survivor, or where he accidentally missed getting on the boat that went down to the abyss in flames. If Renato could prevent Lapino from getting back to the fleet with all the intelligence he'd probably gathered, it might be worth the trip.
Ah, Lapino. You know, it's funny that we got him as the last one to, for our truth to be discovered. Because that truly does, like, reveal everything. Like, oh.
How had they come to this? They'd been on so many adventures together. Lapino had talked Renato out of prison at least 4 times, and Renato had rescued Lapino from at least 2 lynch mobs. Renato had been the terror of the sandcastles when he was 2.
Confront the traitor, Lapino. All right. Let's see what can happen. Lapino was obviously just jealous of me. And my super sexiness. Understandable. I'd be jealous of me too. I am jealous of me. These fights go by so much faster with instant kills.
Resented him. Lapino was hilarious because he was so down on himself and everyone else. But behind the laughs, he wasn't a happy camper. Ooh, was this payback? Or did the Empire have his little white tail in a vice? Who are you looking at? Oh, right. No one.
It would be nice to find out if Lapino's betraying people just because of the Emperor. Although, I mean, the way he told it, probably not. It just happened to work out that way. Damn it, Lapino. You had to ruin it all. Oh well. Let's continue on our path. Now that we have, now that we almost have my ice sword upgrade as well, there's no real reason for me to go down some of these other areas, although...
Crafting bench. Renato wondered what he could make with it.
Oh, here we go. We make the final upgrade to the ice sword! Muhaha! Now, from what I've seen, the ice sword's pretty amazing. I can do quite a lot with it, but we'll have to see. Hold on. So what can I get with my 2 points? Recover from being hit almost instantly and the attacker's knocked down. That would be awesome. And making my way over to... Oh yeah, ah, darn, never mind. I didn't realize it. Oh well. I wanted to make my way to hookshot speed. But you have to have all 3 to get it. And that's annoying.
If he ever had a castle, he was going to hide his stuff better.
Alright, we're gonna go the normal way. Over the land. No point in going down and getting our boots all muddy for a traitor.
There was still no sign of Lapino. Not a hair, not a pellet. Was he hiding in the cemetery further down the road? That didn't seem like him.
You say that, but I wonder where we're gonna find him. Also, holy crap, the upgraded ice sword's also pretty good too. Style meh? That's the first time we've ever had that.
The core was dangerous. Renato had a fleeting idea that the 2 ideas went together somehow. And then it was gone again. Ah, damn ideas. They never stuck around when you needed them.
The core is dangerous, huh? I guess we could do something involving that. We meet up with Lapino, grab the core,
Had that door been opened before?
and see what happens. See what happens. Okay. Dear Zenobia, how are you enjoying the academy? New friends must already be flocking around you, no doubt. Here in the palace, things are the same. I have much time to dedicate to my special hobby. I have been collaborating with Professor Calveris and his team of experts to investigate the nature of the islands. My gut is telling me that the islands are alive. I think they have a will of their own. Do you hear me, daughter? Our world could be more than floating masses of rock and water. Professor Calveras and his boys have made measurements. The islands are drifting. Surrounded by the endless sky, it is difficult to notice, but through careful measurements of the wind over long periods of time, they are certain the islands are moving westward. But where to? It may take centuries, millennia to reach the destination. I have this strange idea. What if the islands are some sort of herd and that they are deliberately searching for another herd of islands? Can you imagine? New islands with their own inhabitants? The thought that we may not be alone. If only I could live long enough to witness the event. With love, Father. Ooh, that's cool. There might be other islands to check out. Not obviously in this game, but the idea of it.
Interrupted story time. Caught the lead raven. Now I'll never find out how it ended.
I'll never find out how it ended. Yeah, because you're gonna die. That's fine by me. Hi, Lapino.
Bloody and exhausted, Renato finally reached Lapino. The rabbit was practicing shuffling his favorite deck. Now that he knew what the rabbit was, there were a few things about him that Renato didn't find so amusing anymore. You sent me an urgent message saying that you're in danger. Oh, I am. The ravens are coming. Now, I've got a clever plan to kidnap Zenobia. Renato wanted to clap shackles on the rabbit and shout, "You're a traitor, and I'm not falling for it." But if there was one thing Renato was sure of, it was that the core of the Sky Ripper was dangerous mostly to its user. If he could put it in the Emperor's hands, old Isengrim III might blow himself and his fleet up with it. Yes, that was it.
The choice isn't as clear now. The game told me to do something with the core and the rabbits. But what if send the traitor to fetch the core? Yes, you know what? Here.
Renato felt like a real hero, brave and smart. He told the
We'll
rabbit
trick him.
all about the Sky Ripper's God's Eye core. "I'll go get the core while you attack Zenobia," he told the rabbit. "Oh, wait, I've an even better idea. I'll get the core and you attack Zenobia," said the rabbit. "Right, yeah, that is better," agreed Renato. Perfect. The traitor would make sure the Emperor got the core. Now Renato just needed the Emperor to use the core. If he could only get something that the Emperor wanted very badly.
Like the eye?
Zenobia.
Oh yeah, Zenobia.
Save her and bait the Emperor at the same time.
Okay, alright. Things are working out. The rabbit's gonna go for the core, blow up the Emperor. That'll happen later on. Although, do we really want the Emperor to get blown up? What if we want to save him?
Now, all Renato had to do was fight his way through Zenobia's invading troops, sneak onto her ship and into her bedroom, and kidnap her without any of her dozens of guards alerting her. Then, he would rely on her love for him to convince her how evil her father was, so she'd run away with him instead of going back to her father, who was going to blow himself up. It did sound a little risky. But Renato had a feeling it would work out somehow. It always did.
Yeah, eventually. With enough messing around with the timeline. Convince Zenobia to switch sides. More. So, now that I've,
Boys! Caught the lead raven.
I was going to ask if I even get anything out of these chests anymore besides certain items. I still get ore. What the hell for? just so I can have it, I suppose. Or maybe there's something else. Maybe there's a hidden upgrade to give me the penultimate sword. One capable of using every energy possible. Or they just let you get ore and build it up and be like, I got 999 ore. Works for me.
Kill the fox!
Caught the ravens. Nobody said they were original.
I like how the ravens in this timeline are being a little bit more talkative. Kill the fox! I absolutely have everything upgraded, right? Yeah, see, everything's at maximum level. But I'm going to continue opening up these side passages anyways.
What's behind door number 2?
A way across, whoa. That was close. I could have been burned. Badly. Okay, we go away. I'm fine with getting like health and energy a little bit more consistently. Although I'm sad that for a game that wants you to beat it like 24 plus times,
Ice walls
we didn't get more options.
They knew you were cool.
Energy forever! Alright, let's get on through here. I can handle these guys. Oh. Ahem, I can handle these guys. Okay.
These things really slice like ham.
That was risky of me. Patience is a virtue that I must obtain. If only these guys dropped health packs. Ugh. What the fuck? Lapino?
Renato was halfway to Zenobia's encampment when Lapino showed up. He was disheveled and distraught.
They jumped us. I barely got away. Oh, they got the core. Oh, it was all going according to plan, thought Renato. Now he just needed Zenobia on his side.
Yes, that was even better. The Iblis stone. Zenobia could get it. And then the Emperor would have to pursue them. Wait, no. The gem would corrupt anyone, even her. That's it, he thought. Even Lapino. Even though Lapino was already a traitor. It would turn him against his secret master, the Emperor. Would try to make himself Emperor. And the Emperor would have to defend himself with the core. Boom. He was a super genius.
That is pretty genius. Send Lapino for the Iblis stone.
This is terrible, Renato told the rabbit. If only I had gone for the Iblis stone. But now it's lost in enemy territory. He handed Lapino a map. It gives the bearer so much power. We can only hope the Emperor never finds it.
What was that?
Said Lapino.
I think someone's following us.
I didn't hear anything. Rabbit ears.
You go on ahead. I'll check it out.
And with that, Lapino hopped off with the map.
Oh, we're abusing the shit out of him. Oh, poor Lapino. Oh, he's gonna go evil. That's gonna be funny.
Smashing things was fun.
It is fun. Especially after we get revenge for everything. Although that would be an interesting storyline. I kind of want to see what happens with if what's her name that I keep on forgetting turns evil. Oh my god, an enchanter buffing another enchanter? That would be crazy. Oh, Zenobia. Dear Zenobia, as you read this letter, you are locked in your chambers, ready to spend your last night before, well, you know. I will not apologize. I know you are too proud to forgive me. I also know that you won't resist reading through. You are a cat, as much as I have tried to educate you like a proper toad. I swear to you, and you have to believe me, that I did not plan all this when I adopted you. You have always been my special little kitten. That is why I am writing this now, weeks in advance. I know I will not have the heart to do it the night of the sacrifice. If I think of you as my daughter then, I may change my mind. You must think I am selfish, and yes, I am selfish. Sad little toad that is afraid to die. But what I am doing will ultimately serve the greater good. I want the power, I want it all, and so I will keep my subjects content. Peace for eternity. Even if you hate me now, you can still respect that. You have to. It is the only thing I can forgive myself for doing this to you. I will miss you for eternity. Tomorrow, try not to make a scene. Everyone will be watching. Still with love, Father. What the fuck? He's gonna sacrifice her?
Bernardo checked for a false compartment. Nope.
Yeah, no, definitely gonna need to convince her to not go with her father. It's a bad idea. Terrible idea. Oh, almost fucked up again. Whoa. Look at them vanish in a single swing of my sword per person. I love it.